All right, this is our 2020 CES podcast. We definitely had some things we wanted to cover during the main cast for the week, but thought we would separate it out a little bit to get in depth about the things we like at CES. So welcome. We are 4 nerds,
one podcast.
One man.
Bonus content.
Yeah,
It's perfect. It's perfect. I
Don
like
out
it.
here with the bag.
All right.
Are we gonna do the whole pod in D-Truth's movie announcer voice?
I guess we could if we really wanted to.
I don't think so. Can we?
My voice does not get that deep. No, thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, I feel like
your
that.
cargo.
Like this is CES. We're gonna be talking about 2020. Just like it's supposed to be lower, not higher. Like I don't know how to do high.
All right, Tally. All right, man. We got a couple of things to cover, man. I saw a lot of good stuff at CES this year, man. Did you guys check out any of the keynotes or anything like that?
Yeah.
I saw some creepy shit, but I'll save that for later.
Well, I
Don't
mean,
do that.
well, don't open the door and be like, nah, I'm just gonna stare into the room. Like, fucking step through. Go ahead, give
All right,
us your thoughts.
Fine. LG is scary as shit.
Don't do that.
I will do that. I will.
all right. Okay,
I will
gotta
be
hear
the
this.
anti-tech guy on the pod this time.
All right, let's hear it.
Leave.
All right,
Oh,
that was me leaving
That-
and coming back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
back.
Thank you.
I
I still have not
reconsidered.
changed my stance.
I'm doubling down.
First of all, it's cool that I can have my exoskeleton sync with my watch and my phone, and then
Okay.
it connects to my fridge when my fridge connects to my washing machine and my oven, and everything is connected, and then all of a sudden a holographic woman in a skirt appears and starts a whirlwind in my house.
Did you wait? Okay, hang on.
Remember Smart House?
Anybody? That's what exactly what I was about to say. I was like, anybody else watch that Disney Channel original?
Cautionary tale. Is that what it was? Everybody else was like, the future is about to be dope. Don was like,
You're like, it's like fucking Skynet, but she's wearing a fucking dress and has a bob haircut. What the fuck?
Hey, she was hot.
Yeah, that sounds really hot.
Yo, doesn't she look like?
Hey,
Doesn't she look like Flo from Progressive? Is that the same woman?
No, but similar look though, if I remember
Flo.
correctly. I'll have to check that out
Flo got the
later.
hands on
now
her.
that I'm thinking about it, Skynet's giving me a boner just thinking about that.
Wow. Okay.
I've seen
yeah.
enough hints. I don't know where this is going. No, man, I get being a little uncomfortable about the LG takeover of your home. You don't have to buy everything smart, and there are a lot of workarounds for some of the primary things. I don't really need to be able to talk to any of my items. That said, we cook, man. You know,
We do
D-Truth
cook.
cooking, holding it down,
Getting my experience up a little bit. Yeah.
learning that, mastering that cooking class
I
skill.
get there, you know. Presently at level 3, but you know
Yeah.
we're working our way up to 4. You know?
Getting there.
We're
And
getting
like
there.
the stuff you could do with the LG oven is pretty swaggy.
So I like the knock, like the double knock technology, where you can actually, so instead of like clicking on a light, you can really just like tap the fucking screen and like look right into it. Like, no, okay, yeah, seems right.
You have
And
to
then
open it. It slows
yeah.
down to cook when you open it. I like the fact
Exactly.
you get all like the recipes that you can like beam to your oven, so your oven knows the exact temperature
Oh, yeah,
on which
so
to be while
yeah.
cooking your duck l'orange.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, in addition to that, it's like, okay, so all the cooking stuff, like the wine rack and all that, where it's like automated to where you can have it just, you know.
The wine rack is boogie. You can like have
The
3
wine
different
rack was kinda
temperatures for different
cool.
vintages.
The
and
fridge
stuff.
seemed kind of cool, but honestly, man, I got a fucking Woody for the TVs. I did not think I was gonna be ready to buy another TV until I saw that shit. I was like, fucking, I saw 8K and how the rest of it looked. Everything.
8K-ish.
I was like, wait, we just got 4K. Now we get motherfuckers at 8K. 8K. What?
Yeah, but
How do we-
what is
how do we-
8K? Who's
They don't even
making
broadcast in 8K yet.
8K. Like, how do you?
Yeah,
like what? Like, when will that ever happen? You know?
I mean, eventually, I'm sure we will be broadcasting in 8K. They broadcast basic TV in 4K now. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Not basic TV, but if you're like watching cable or whatever, you want to watch sports.
They have like
sports are
certain
broadcast
shows.
in 4K now.
Yeah, certain shows and
The
channels.
Super Bowl will be in 8K, I bet.
Yeah.
Money.
You
Yeah.
can go after the day after the Super Bowl and go buy
I
a
mean,
TV.
shit. At fucking Sony had their keynote on that shit. Fucking, oh my god, they were just like, oh yeah, all the cameras we're using now for the NFL, all Sony, all that stuff you see there, and like 5G actually, they touched on 5G as well with that, which was insane. They're like, oh yeah, so we've been doing like wireless phone adaptation for cameras for a long time now, and now it's gonna be in 5G, and like you just see the setups and everything else you have on these cameras. It's just intense.
Yeah.
Most sporting arenas are doing 5G capabilities. I know Emily, give us the bag.
What's the back?
We are Lightning fans.
Go Bolts. But I talked to one of the season ticket members who actually works for a telecommunications company.
Verizon, give us the bag.
It's not Verizon. It's one letter short of the Star Wars Walker.
Oh.
That's horrible news because that means your phone is never going to work in Emily Arena.
But it's them and Verizon.
So we don't
they
want that
own
bag.
the monopoly on the basically the systems because
Word.
all those arenas are basically made of concrete. Cell phone signals don't go through concrete.
Yeah, it's a bunker. Yeah.
So so what Verizon and AT&T did was like, all right, we're gonna do this. Cool. They partnered up. They have little kind of basically mini cell phone towers.
Yeah.
So the main cell phone tower comes in, hits the antenna. The antenna turns it into a signal that goes into the wire that goes into the arena, and then it gets broadcasted through multiple different cellular points.
Yeah.
So no matter where you are in the arena, you will
Uh-huh.
have very good signal.
That's apparently Verizon's whole plan with like their 5G rollout. They're doing the opposite of what T-Mobile's doing, apparently.
Yeah, because what was that thing they were talking about before? They were saying all emergency systems run on 5G or something.
So it's not emergency systems.
Okay.
It's early. I guess a little technical difficulties there, but
We
it's
back.
not. It's not. We back. We back. And we back.
And we back. And we back.
It's not it's not all emergency systems. It's early warning weather detection systems.
Right. Okay.
So
That's what I
it's like the meteorologists use it to
send out
predict
hurricane
the weather
warnings
and like
all that jazz.
like early. So like it's really big for like tornado warnings because they happen so suddenly and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, and I remember that was the thing for like there was a lawsuit that went through with that, right? Where like they actually I think someone sued they said, "Oh, it's not true 4G or some shit like that or like it's not true 5G or some garbage."
We haven't had
like
any
that.
5G lawsuits, but I'm pretty sure AT&T got sued.
Yeah,
for
that's what it was.
for that
Okay.
4G extra. What was it? 4G something or other?
Or was
LTE?
it like
LTE, yeah.
no,
yeah.
no, it wasn't because 4G
Or
LTE
it was-
is like the actual 4G, but like AT&T had like 4G kind of.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was
3.8G.
Yeah, 3G
4P.
plus.
Yeah, there it is. 3G
Oh,
plus.
plus. It's
It was some
fucking
such
terrible.
nonsense, and it wasn't true 4G.
That's so terrible.
You know, I don't know. I'm hyped, dude. I got to try 5G working at Verizon like 2 years ago now, something like that. I got to play with it, and it was pretty dope. I didn't try it on a cell phone or anything like that. I got to play with like their local tech, so it's only getting cooler, you know. And like with the opportunity to use it at places like the Amelie, I think it'll make things pretty dope. And it's kind of sick because nowadays we have more and more things that like require heavier bandwidth. You know,
Well, it's becoming more necessary, especially like with thicker population areas and things like that. It's like it's almost become mandatory. You have to expand.
I'm not worried about data on a per person basis. I think 4G covers people well enough that if you have a strong enough 4G signal, right? The issue is far as losing signal at games and stuff is because you have 100,000 people packed in like a tiny space.
Oh,
But
that
what
That's all the
people-
data.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're living a regular life, you're not going to notice that. I just want maximum speed on my personal phone, and that's why I'm hyped about
That's
5G.
true.
Give me the whole millimeter wave. I want gigabit in my pocket. All right, what if I want to watch every episode of Stranger Things but have to get on the plane in 4 minutes?
Seamlessly.
I don't want that to be a problem.
Yeah, I think that we are getting faster and faster, and the demand for content, and especially
Harder, better,
when,
faster, stronger.
yeah, and
Nice.
Please don't sue us, Steph.
Damn, what if that just get a strike like
No,
bam,
it
got his ass.
won't.
If you're gonna sue me for that, Daft Punk better show up to serve me themselves. I want a robot to hand me
Just
the letter.
Yeah.
just slap me with a stale baguette. Just fucking go for it.
Well, when all the content, is 8K, we might need, additional bandwidth. So, and, once we're displaying 8K in the phones and, once we're doing all that, then,
But 8K and 4K have like optimal viewing regions. Like depending on the size of your screen,
Yep.
if you're sitting too close or too far away, you ain't gonna notice shit.
yeah.
I think about that stuff all the time, man, because I got an iPhone 11 Pro, and I'll like be on YouTube, and I'm like,
Right.
let me max the resolution on this. Well, if you didn't upload it in 4K HDR, the
Right.
best I'm getting
Yeah,
is
it doesn't
1080.
matter. Yeah, exactly.
And then like the YouTube app itself, all the buttons aren't maximum resolution, So I'm looking, I'm like, this is not nearly as pretty as my phone is
Yeah,
capable
just,
of giving
I
me.
need all the output. It's like, yeah, if the user didn't upload it to like peak tier fucking like output, you're not gonna get that.
I'm hyped though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like these new displays look fire.
Oh, they look really good.
LG's got that gaming certification now, which I thought was pretty dope. They like built a bunch of screens.
NVIDIA? Yeah.
They worked with NVIDIA.
What did they say? They said NVIDIA, but they said a couple other companies they can't quite release just yet, like the name of them. But so far, it's just NVIDIA so far. I think I did hear rumor about maybe Razer coming down the line. I don't know. Speculation.
Yeah, Razer doesn't make screens.
Yeah. Huh?
Razer doesn't make screens, do they?
Nah. Yeah.
All right, cool. I know. I'm not a computer gamer.
Yeah.
That's not my bag.
Yeah, I thought they made like mice, keyboards, and a bunch of
And everything,
Yeah.
RGB.
Exactly.
Everything that lights up.
Yeah, and and kind of rolling into that too. I don't know if you guys looked at the Intel NUC 9 Extreme.
Nuck.
Yeah,
Nut.
NUC. That's not NUT. And not
The Intel nuts.
Oh no, I was
Liquid
going.
cooling system.
I was going somewhere totally different. I was going the.
Now you buck.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Or the
said
Subaru
the-
fucks.
Subaru Fox. Oh, dude.
Oh my god, dude, that's the biggest meme right now from fucking CES. I
Oh,
swear
man.
to God.
Fucks.
Subaru needed the fucks, bro.
Oh,
Like
God.
Subaru cars, with the exception of the BRZ, have been ass recently.
I mean, shit, we were like fucking memeing the fuck out of that in our group chat. What was it? We were saying you could say someone fucked up.
That has to be the most Kyle thing I have ever.
the
like,
fucks.
encountered.
Oh, bro.
my
It
God.
comes with a monster hat. Like,
There's no way that
here's your
got
vape.
past any sort of people without thinking, hey, we're doing this on purpose, right? Yeah.
Well, so you know what it is?
Totally.
Because the fuck stands for like, what is it? Forester Utility Sport Kit, I think, is what it stands for.
Right.
Let
That
me
sounds
get that.
about right. Yeah.
Something. I gotta look it up.
Yeah,
We'll look it up
okay.
real quick. But like, it's a Forester already.
So you're already off to a bad start.
And that's how they get you. Oh, man.
So that is the Forester Ultimate Customized Kit Special.
Ah, man, I was hella wrong. I got kit.
It's literally fucks.
It is.
It's literally fucks.
You know what I'm saying? It's like all of these make sense, right? Oh, it's Forester. It's the top of the range. It's the ultimate one. We customized it. It's a kit, and we're only making a couple thousand of these. It's a special, all right.
I'm looking at this fucks right now. This looks like a failed Pimp My Ride car, bro. Like,
Yo, it looks like a bad Need for Speed car.
Oh my
It looks like,
Oh my
like
God,
you only have
yeah.
the level 2 parts. You don't have the 10-star already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it was just customized
I am
by like
so
a
mad right
12-year-old
now.
custom.
You guys are making fun of my terrible car. I had the terrible looking cars on Need for Speed.
You strike
Why
me
did you
as
tell
the
us
type.
that? Now we gotta roast you. We're gonna find some 11 Don's old Need for Speed cars and post them on the Insta.
Oh, that's
Is this where I get to use my lampshade card?
I mean, you can hang a lampshade
You
on.
could hang a lampshade if you want. But so kind of leaning into the Intel part though. So I like the name they gave this thing. It's called the Ghost Canyon, which is interesting. I mean, honestly, just looking at this thing, this truly is like an every man's gaming PC from what I was looking at it. Like the thing is tight, sleek, it looks good, and apparently what they're actually doing for like the internals or everything else, just because they haven't released all of the specs on it for obvious reasons, but the way that it plays and everything else is seamless. They were they were able to do a actual testing with real live engines with things that they actually have out right now currently for gaming.
That's cool.
Just judging by like the test they did, then and just looking at it, it looked perfect, which is crazy because you would think something that small wouldn't have like too crazy of output, but yeah.
And that's dope. Like anytime you get a real world test on a thing at CES, it definitely makes me smile. I remember for a long time at consumer shows, you would get optimal conditions, not actually rendering the thing. It's just a video. You're not actually seeing the gameplay, that kind of stuff. It's cool that we're moving away from that into like more in-engine, real-world testing, type stuff. I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's not like the Mercedes Avatar bullshit where like, oh my god. And you rest you guys actually see that the Mercedes Avatar concept car? The biggest fucking cock tease ever because I'm looking at that and I know none of that is gonna make it out of concept.
Well, I mean,
none of it.
Have you ever been to a car show?
Yeah, of course.
None of that stuff makes out of concept.
Just kind of like looking
all
at
the best stuff.
Just kind of looking at it, I was like, none of this is gonna make it out. I was like, maybe the vegan leather concept, which I mean, that's been kind of like
in case I want to eat a chair.
Well, no, I mean it's if I remember correctly, I think the whole thing was like made out of like a cactus. I think it's made out of like the skin of a cactus.
What if you sat down in your $200,000 Mercedes
and you got
and
like,
caught a cactus right in the butt cheek, bro? Like, how mad would you be?
They would have to give me my $200,000 back.
And let me keep the car with new seats. No, I was not a single goddamn cactus spine.
But like everything in that car just seems so outlandish. Like I didn't see a steering wheel. I didn't see pedals of any kind.
Did you guys see?
The screen was pretty cool though, because I liked how huge it was, where it was literally the entire dash and all the way down the center console. And like they had this crazy ass like freaking futuristic like accordion type control that like comes out of the center console to like meet your hand, and apparently it's supposed to gauge like, well, conceptually it's supposed to gauge your heart rate, respiratory, all that stuff, and it's supposed to vibrate in like the seat and the hand and all this other crazy
Bust
shit.
the best nut of your life on
Yeah,
accident.
That's a $200,000
Why does my wife keep trying to take my car? What is this?
What were those things on the back? They had like these
The
little,
fins.
like the mini spoilers.
So I think they were calling those like the adjustable like scales, I think is what
Yeah,
they were,
and they were saying like you could use them to like communicate with other crazy Mercedes on the road.
Because kind of
Crazy
how
Mercedes.
they were trying to sort of take like an interesting like Tesla approach to it, where they're just like, yeah, this car you're not gonna need to fucking have a steering wheel, gas pedal, whatever. It's all gonna be automated. That was the concept they're leaning into.
I would have been more excited about the scales if they would have been like perfect, movable aerodynamics. Car goes 260 miles an hour. You know, like,
and do we know like what kind of communication that it would do between cars? Like what
are you telling it that you
Yeah.
can't tell it via
Yeah.
Wi-Fi? You must be talking to the person in the car, and in that case, just put a screen on the back that says, "Hey."
So they were saying not only cars, but it's like they were going to be communicating with also like
like
civilians,
pedestrians and
pedestrians
stuff.
around the car as well, which is weird.
Move. That was easy.
we had a horn for that.
It just sends a text directly to their phone. Move, cunt.
Yo, you know how hot I'd be if I'm like looking at my phone across the street and then like a picture of me from side profile from traffic view pops up like, and it's like a skull emoji. Like, you're about to get ran the fuck over.
Your death is imminent. What?
Now that is some eagle
Stop the
shit
car.
right there.
I'm sorry. I cannot do that.
So another thing that I kind of liked about it too, and I think I've seen other concepts use this as well, which was the wheels were very interesting, where they were saying that they were actually able to shift the car horizontally.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
Which I remember seeing those in other concepts before, and I was like, that seems like a cool thing to add on, but I just don't know how much use you're gonna get out of that.
They had that tech back in.
This is the difference.
They had that tech back in the 50s. That little fifth wheel thing to help you parallel park the car.
Oh shit! I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
forgot
All right,
about
good callback. Good
Okay,
callback. I like
okay.
it.
So I mean, if they had it back then, why can't we have it now? I mean,
Facts.
we don't need it in Florida because we don't have to parallel park because we're not heathens and peasants.
It's rare.
I mean, you got a parallel parking cities.
yeah.
Every city.
Downtown.
And titties.
in titties.
I would love a parallel parking city.
I swear I thought that's
I
what
would
you
Tokyo.
I said
No, no,
cities.
I would Tokyo.
Cities.
I would Tokyo drift into some titties right now.
Fast and furious. Built for comfort. Or built
That's
for
what my
speed.
girlfriend says about me.
That is a lampshade.
man.
That is a prime lampshade. Well played.
Gonna get
Oh
my
man,
hands on
and
that
like
one
you know,
later.
so I thought the Avatar concept was dope. If we're sticking to the cars thing, I loved Sony's concept car. I thought it was dope, and maybe because I'm whack, that's a
Sony whore.
distinct possibility.
You're not
well, no, I
wrong.
haven't got to the Sony whore part of my like thing yet. You know, but I do love seeing concepts that are very much feasible. You know, and Sony doesn't make any of the car parts. You know, like the engine or the brakes, what have you. You know, so they outsourced all that stuff
Right.
to a company that handles that. But it looked really good. Like, I'd rather drive one of those than a Tesla.
Really?
It looked cool. It looked like I mean, before I drove, you know, Izzy's Toyota 86, you know,
86 gang.
I was definitely, you know, Team Tesla, but I mean, just knowing that Sony has a car, I mean, that's just cool. Like I would never in my life
Have even
Yeah.
considered it, you know.
or
yeah.
nor now that I know that is an option am I really interested in even getting one? But it's really cool that they, you know, decided, you know, on that.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I mean, dipping a toe into the market is not a bad idea because you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take a risk on something, people dig it and they like what you got, what you're working with.
give me the fully automated
Why
so I
not?
can run Final Fantasy 15 to and from everywhere.
Oh, fuck.
Am I the only one that doesn't like concept cars?
I can respect it. I can respect not liking it.
Yeah, I like them. I mean, they look cool. I do think that I always wonder, is it like analogous to high fashion where it's like, okay, you have
little
these
bit.
like
This is
weird
the
looking
maximum
clothes, you
shit.
got this runway, people are looking weird, but they're it makes its way into fashion like
a little bit at a time.
a little bit of a time. Not like, oh, you're gonna wear this whole like
Crazy.
fucking
Yeah.
potato sack, but maybe there's a potato
some
sack
burlap.
sleeve
Yeah.
shirt.
And we'll be
or
coming out
something.
with the Kanye homeless line coming 2022.
Yeah. So
Well, see, because my whole thing was my very first experience with concept cars was the BMW Gina.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, I was telling you about that. The BMW Gina was amazing. It was basically looked like a BMW, but yet it moved as if it was cloth.
But you did see like how certain cuts and variations on the actual model itself, like for the car, how it actually looks and certain edges that were on it, how it went from concept to an actual real-time, mass-produced model.
Yeah, dude. If you look at the Gina, this is a Z4.
Yeah. That's
So
what
look
I'm saying.
at this right
like-
now.
like-
This is a Z4,
So-
or even better. This looks almost just like the. It was the odd Z model. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It was like the retro futurist one that came out around the time of James Bond.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
look it up.
that concept I really wanted to see happen, but I think it was just like they just did not. Just did not have the available technology to do that. Could you imagine having like that, like an entire HUD inside your windshield? You could literally just do whatever the fuck you want and just, like swish it and move it all over the windshield.
So in the Sony concept car had like some of that. Well, not like a lot of windshield stuff, but there are like a lot of screens like around the dash, and like
Right.
you're like playing all these movies, and passengers are watching Spider-Man, and such.
Right,
and it's
right,
like,
right.
I mean, that's cool and all, but that doesn't sound very safe.
So Sony,
But
It could be
they
an
want to
issue.
show off the screens, they want to show off the cameras, they want to show off all the
Right.
things and stuff, and
this
Yeah.
trend of putting TVs in cars just annoys
Hey
me.
man, pay
feels
my ride.
very early,
my ride.
very early 2000s.
Come full circle.
But like, but that kind of circles back again. It's like not every so the main thing you have to realize with concepts is not the entire model will make it to mass production. Sometimes you'll just end up cherry picking certain things you like about that model and then incorporate it into another product and then just kind of go from there and take what you need from there. Because some of it is kind of like a little too crazy or like conceptually or financially doesn't make sense. You don't have to go from like a crazy concept car you spent $500 million on just to bring it out, and then like, oh well, I don't know if anyone's gonna want to spend this amount of money on this or that. So time will tell. That's the way I see it.
So what's the point? And maybe I'm ignorant to that fact, but
Yeah,
so what's
sure.
the point of spending let's just say $500,000 or more, $1 million, whatever it is, on one car that will never make it out of someone's
We have
head?
been talking about Sony's car for 15 minutes, and they don't even sell vehicles. That's the point.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think
you could say you just proved the point.
Yeah, I think one way that you can see what the market really wants is just to put out some crazy shit. And not to get too philosophical, but sometimes, you'll never know what someone will want. You'll never know what you can do until someone says like, hey, dunk, on that 10-foot rim. It's like, I can't dunk. But now that like somebody said it and put it in your face, it's
Yeah.
like,
You're like,
Maybe.
that shit's cool.
Why not?
Why not?
it seems like a lot of people, are really digging it. So maybe that means that there's interest in their displays or their.
Are there some things you guys saw at CES this year that you kind of wish would stop happening tech-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
Give me the best one.
Okay, I'll just kick mine off because it was just fucking like it hit a certain spot for me, which was the Neon, the digital companion. I don't know if you guys looked at that at all. So
No.
conceptually, I like the way that looked. It seems like a good idea, but the fact that they basically said, "Oh no, it's not like an assistant, like a Siri or a Google, Assist or whatever the fuck." And none of those. No, it just kind of like performs basic functions. It'll just sit there and it'll like kind of talk to you. But like I was sitting there watching all of this go down, and it just felt weird. You're looking at it and how they had digitized everything else and how it looks. They basically said, they spend all this time and effort trying to get facial expressions for certain people, and you can swap it in between, and they have personalities, and and you're looking at it, and you watch the test, and they're just like, oh yeah, and you can switch in between, different languages. It's like, yeah, fucking Siri can do the same shit. But like the actual facial expressions, like the eyes would look dead as shit. Like it's a little
Uncanny
eerie.
Valley.
Exactly. The eyes look dead as shit, and
I think we have like one more console generation. I think we get to the PlayStation 6.
Yeah.
you think
And then
so?
people have eyes that are just not in the Uncanny Valley anymore. I
Yeah,
think that's what happens.
Yeah. That 1,000-yard stare permanently.
So would the PlayStation 6 logo just be the 6 just turned sideways? Just to match the line of the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not gonna turn. The 6 is just gonna be short. You know what it is. Keep it running. We in this bitch till PlayStation 10, and this is gonna be an X iPhone Steez.
All I gotta say about that, man, is the memes that came out of that shit was fucking hilarious. You see them just looking at it, just like making the logo like backspace
Oh yeah.
and
Five.
So-
That's all you
flawless
need.
gold.
You can't mess with perfection, baby.
If it's
All
not
right.
broke,
You can't.
don't
You
fix
can't.
it.
PlayStation 2 was like 2. PlayStation 3 was like 3. Xbox was like Xbox. Shit, we're one behind. 360. Shit wasn't even a circle.
okay, well, okay,
Izzy,
well,
I love you, but please take that Sony dick out of your mouth, please.
Sony, give us the bag and continue giving me the dick. All right. All right. I've been riding this dick for a decade and a half, and it has not let me down yet.
You not
this
tired?
dick is more on time than German trains. Okay. I've had Swiss watches less effective than this Sony dick. So you know what? I'm still on Team Sony.
I
damn,
think
man. Every single E3 just greasing them cheeks is ready to spend that money.
You know, and I roast you because it's fun and I care. To your point about the neon, real quick, this is how we get net navies. Does anyone remember Mega Man NT Warrior
I do.
or Mega Man Access for Battle Network?
Now,
We're
is
gonna
that-
do a
is that-
rewatch
is
of
that
Mega Man
season
Battle
2 niche?
Network with
Okay.
D-Truth.
All right, so that might
Level
be
not done?
that might just be me and you. It looks
It's
like.
just this is me and the noob. So that's
Okay.
gonna be a thing that happens. I'll post some pictures on the gram. Y'all post that. I'll post that as a poll.
Yeah.
See who remembers.
But it's pretty for me. Okay, so just to like round this out, in my opinion, it just feels like it was rushed. Like conceptually, it's great, but just like the delivery on it right now is just not good. Like I feel like they're almost like banking on people buying it just so they can get the additional investment and funds to expand on the actual technology.
I saw a lot of that, and it was a proof of concept, man. You know what I'm saying? They asked folks during the
Yeah.
meeting, what do you think we should use this shit for? Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to find applications. Where do you think this applies?
Yeah, because what they were saying, they're just like, it'll replace a concierge or whatever the fuck or something like that.
Which
And
is
I was
dope. Because I'm tired of having to wake up the concierge at 3 a.m. if I'm leaving the hotel. Like, yo, where breakfast at?
You just say they're just calling the front desk at like 4 a.m. Like, I just need some bacon and some just
what if
send
you-
up a bean sandwich. That's all I want right now.
Bacon.
What if
and
you-
a high C.
What if you stepped in front of your mirror? How can I help you?
First of all, you can have that. A magic mirror?
Well, yeah, you can make a magic mirror, but it would be dope.
Yeah.
Like it would look like Pepper Potts. That'd be weird. I don't know if I want Gwyneth Paltrow staring at me in my drawers.
I will. First of all, I will take Gwyneth Paltrow and her beautiful tits because I've seen those.
Sorry?
You've seen Gwyneth Paltrow's what?
Yes, there's
which
there's a
movie is this?
really old. It's a really really old movie. I saw it in
We're
high
taking the
school.
bag here. Okay.
I saw it in high school, and we had to go home and sign and have our parents sign a paper because there was nudity in it, and the nudity scene was Gwyneth Paltrow's tits.
There's a lot to unpack here.
So,
There's some things to discuss.
You're right.
that
Titties
came-
are. You're right.
titties
Titties
should
are
be
not
just-
Came out
tech
of
related.
super left field.
yeah. So as far as
I
the
love
things
it.
that I'm tired of seeing.
There we go. There we go.
All right, so
The
let's
things I'm tired of
Sorry,
seeing.
let's
So
transition
in general, I am tired of seeing tablets. Like
Yeah.
what?
Ooh.
So
What's next?
So like
So you know,
okay,
you know-
there's an iPad, right? And the iPad it does stuff,
Go on.
right? And there are more tablets, and apparently the bezels are getting smaller, and they're attaching keyboards and taking them off, and it's just like, yo, man, it's
So you must
tablet.
hate. You must hate. You just must hate Dell right now, huh?
no, I actually hate all of it, you know. And I do.
You all suck.
I really don't, and me myself personally, I don't own a tablet. I do own a tablet actually. It's a really shitty one, and I was like, okay, let me
Maybe that's your
try this
problem.
form factor to see what I would want to do with it. But like, I mean, I have a phone, I have a computer. I see you got an iPad. Anybody with tablets, you know, what are the use
benefits?
cases really?
So I love my tablet, but I don't think I would own a tablet if I owned an Android phone.
Ah, interesting.
A lot of like the seamless handoff I get to my iPad. 'Cause I have an iPad Pro. A lot of my seamless handoff, learning Photoshop. I have the whole Adobe suite, which is cool. Tractor, the entire Tractor suite. You like DJ from your iPad, which is dope.
Yeah.
And then stupid stuff like I bought an iPad and then I got the Pro a couple years back now. Time to upgrade. Apple give us the bag.
Gimme.
Right around the time that Marvel Unlimited came out. Right, so I read every issue of Spider-Man on my 10.5 inch tablet. And I don't know if you noticed this, but
That's
paper
boss as fuck.
is 8.5 by 11.
100%.
So this is the perfect size.
Oh, it
All right,
is.
so
It's perfect.
so what I will say, I'm convinced that tablets. We all need bigger screens to read. But like, how much better are they really
Then a laptop.
getting?
I
Or
think,
just like-
I think tablets are a specific use case for a specific person. I'm not doing any high horsepower applications on the go. That's not me.
Yeah, so it
You know what I mean?
defeats
You're the
purpose
sound guy.
of getting it.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm researching things, or I'm learning about topics for the pod, or I'm reaching out to you guys to help organize stuff, or you guys are telling me things you guys think I need to do, or we're reaching out to guests. That kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that you do on an iPad, and it's great.
It's a phone. It's a bigger phone that doesn't call people with a bigger screen.
It calls people.
Well,
This is really a phone.
Yeah.
I
All
can
right,
do
so it's a
everything
big
with
phone.
this.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
really big phone. It's a big phone with more horsepower.
yeah, but
More horsepower, more storage.
But it's not as much output as you would have in like a standard like work laptop or home PC. Like it's definitely for it's multifaceted, but like low.
If you have
low-
a tablet
slightly
and a
lower
laptop,
horsepower.
you're probably wrong.
Yeah. So
Unless your
yeah.
laptop's like one of those giant Alienware, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah, those things are ridiculous.
I'm certainly convinced that there is room, in someone's usage of tech for a tablet. Okay, cool. But, I look at new videos for like, new tablets and, it's not super exciting. It's just,
The people aren't even excited.
yeah, they're tablets.
Yeah,
It's cool. It's good.
Yeah,
because
because I mean, Dell came out with with the duet and the Ori of all that. The Ori was like ridiculous.
See,
Like,
that's
a
my
single
beef.
screen all the way down. You're like, whoa.
See, that's my problem.
Single screen stuff hasn't done well so far. So like, I saw that and I was like, I don't know about all that, man.
There's too many edges for single screen stuff.
That's my. So I think you mean folding screen stuff specifically.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
Okay.
getting at. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a single folding screen.
Stop.
I agree. I am tired of having full touchscreen everything. My favorite phone of all time, and don't kill me because it's not an Apple
I
product.
bet it's a Metro.
Hey, leave me alone. All right, I only ride for the PlayStation, folks.
listen. It was the G1. When Google first came out with the phone, it was a touchscreen, but then you slide it up and you have the keyboard to text.
You
Okay.
fucking sidekick loving ass bitch, you.
I've never had a sidekick and I wanted one, so maybe that's
the way
why I
Wade had
want
him
it.
like, ooh.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
I'll move to T-Mobile.
Oh, man, my older brother had a sidekick. Oh, my God. This is like
You know how cool people
Oh,
Said I
are.
had a
God.
sidekick
Oh, yeah.
one with a crack in the fucking screen.
two-way.
But yes,
man.
back to the point of the tech. I don't like when they were coming to that giant, the Samsung foldable phone and the foldable computer. I don't need that.
Yeah.
What good use am I ever gonna have of that?
And see, that's my hang up. So the foldable tablet, the Ori and the Duo, are the best option I've ever seen for foldable screen.
Yeah.
I think the only way foldable screens get like dope and really get into like our homes is they make goddamn huge ones. Like I want to be able to fold the TV in half and carry it somewhere stupid. You know what I'm saying? I want like a 36-inch folding screen that I can fold in half and toss in like a laptop bag. That might be a little swaggy, but like cell phone size or 10-inch when I unfold it size screen, and then you still got to see the line, and then it's a plastic coated screen.
Yeah.
The resolution's not as high. You can see that, and then you're typing on a keyboard that's on your screen as opposed to an actual keyboard. You got to hook one up. Not that dope.
Yeah.
Fold a TV in half. and then you
Multiple
have,
times.
and then fold it 4 times. Let me put it in my pocket. Let it
Holy
be 50 pounds.
shit, that'd
Let
be
it be 50
ridiculous.
pounds and 8 inches long and collapse like a dying star.
Seriously.
Like my no, you know what? Lampshade.
You could have said like your dick.
What kind of build-up was that? What? Don't do that.
I don't want to be. I saw you guys were giving me
Find
the
out next time.
I saw the look you guys were
Dragon
giving me.
Ball.
The look you guys were giving me was like, oh god, another dick joke. Here we go.
That's why you're a dicks guy. And you wonder, why am I the dicks guy? Why do y'all look at me whenever someone says anything about dicks?
Because you keep doing this to yourself, man. You just keep doing it.
You know what? I like doing it to myself. Sorry, Lebanon.net.
Number one, phrasing. Number two, you make dicks jokes like someone who sells sporting goods for a living. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, fine. I'll stop. Cold turkey. From now on, Lebanon Don will no longer make dick jokes. Dicks.
You could say they kind of were getting a little flaccid anyway. You could say they kind of fell flat.
And that's our podcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Seen enough porn to know where this is going. All right, man. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of folding screens. Don, do you have anything, or are you on team no folding screens for now?
I'm on team no full screens, no folding screens, just a normal screen, maybe a sliding out keyboard because that's such a wild concept. Something physical that I can hear a tap and a click, but I don't want like 1,000-inch screen, just something small that I can see, like a normal phone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even my iPhone 11, I feel like it's too big. Sometimes I don't need this big of a screen.
You got small hands.
Tiny, tiny hands.
All right, you know what?
Sorry, man. That was the last one. That was too easy.
I don't. Hey, go for every joke. That's fine. But
At the end of the day.
the end of the day,
But you make a really good point, though. I mean, at the end of the day, like I would say that the duet is ridiculous. It's two fucking different screens, and then the Ori with the entire full foldable screen. It's just it's not gonna work. We've seen how it goes with foldable full screens before, and that shit breaks. Just
I will
regular everyday use.
I do like the fact that Samsung recalled theirs. And
Yes.
I don't know. I guess they never get another do-over between the Note 7 and the exploding washing machines in the same 8 months.
Oh my god, that was
You
so
know.
bad.
So I guess they're like, we're recalling anything. We don't know.
wait,
You know.
exploding
Pull the
washing
record.
machines?
Yeah, the same
Breaking
year.
news.
No, this is a while back. So like same year as the Note 7, like Samsung washing machines were exploding in Korea,
Yeah, they were exploding and like
bursting into flames, burning your house
people's
down. Which it's a box full of water, bro.
yeah, that's
Turn on the water.
that's just ridiculous.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the folding screens. I think folding screens get better if you make them bigger, just because we have more access to like the hinge mechanism.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if people want to go out of their way and purchase it, we'll see how. I'm curious to see who's buying this. Is my only thought. Outside of artists and architects and the obvious applications.
Yeah, I think, and carrying off, where that is, like, it seems like a lot of tech, right now. I'm a very practical guy. I'm not super flashy. I don't really want all the frills. Like, what's really adding value to lives, right now? Like, what's the tech that's like really hitting it? And like, I think one technology that was interesting was like, these new real-time translator, pieces.
Yeah.
There seems like there's a few of those that were, given more information on. Apparently Google Assistant is coming out with more real-time interpretation. There's a few bits of hardware, that sort of promise, like, with seconds of lag, but like real-time translation, and I want to see that happen because, like, I want to be able to just
Talk to folks.
go anywhere, like travel the world, go to Thailand. That was a weird first one.
yeah, like,
to
just put on-
come up with,
That was
but-
an interesting story to take, but all right.
Yo, so my question
or
is,
Japanese.
so is it indexing all this stuff on a remote you carry all in person, or do you need cell service?
So
What if you're like in Cambodia?
Actually, could you imagine that? Like, fucking, if they pulled like a Johnny Quest style thing where it's like literally an earpiece and you give an earpiece to the other person.
Well, that's how it works.
Like
No,
that?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what it
is?
does. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And there's a
Like,
Do
basically
you
turn
remember
your
that
AirPods.
version of Johnny Quest?
Yeah.
Does
I
anyone
don't-
else remember that version of Johnny Quest?
what was it
The New Adventures,
was
where
the-
they
that
like
was the
would go into the computer and it was like 3D.
Yeah, it was the 3D
like the
versions,
tech
yeah.
one that was like a tsunami.
Yeah, I don't know why that stuck in my head, but that particular like bit of.
I'm gonna go
tech
watch
was like
that tonight on something. I don't know. We'll
What
figure
is
it
that
out.
on?
It looked good. It's out there.
The internet. Yar. Yar. Gasparilla.
But I do think that wearable, or like the translators, I think that has a potential to just revolutionize, like, traveling and ease of communication between people, and that's
That's huge.
that's sick.
That is huge.
That's key to the future for sure, right?
That
there.
is
Definitely not tablets.
You think
but-
they're gonna? You think they're gonna be able to work that into like these new super high tech hearing aids? that are pretty much just like AirPods, but now they're hearing aids, so they do the job even better. Yeah, really. You play music and shit on
the
them.
translating business will, if it's big enough, it'll probably kill that. It's like, oh, hey, this is going to infringe and kill all these jobs. Hell no.
I don't know. I think hearing aids
Rosetta
are a
Stone
slightly different market, like because it's got to be something you can wear all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's
like my AirPods, just translate. Just like I've got both AirPods in my ear. I want to talk to someone in French. Just give it to them, and
don't pull it out of your ear and hand it to me.
Get nasty.
Earwax.
Yeah. I do think that it
Sorry, I'm not rich enough to have 2 AirPods.
I am.
One for the guests and one for
one for the cat. It's monogrammed.
Yeah, I do think that it probably won't totally wipe out the industry, instantly, but it'll definitely be like retail hasn't been wiped out, but retail workers are certainly on the lookout for like all of these AI guys, all of these kiosks and little things.
What's going to happen is once we figure out the hardware bit of it, it's going to be some sort of application or program you can just download. And then everything you put in your ear is going to move to being able to access whatever that database looks like, because Google will buy it or Apple will buy it.
That's how it always goes. One of the tech giants will acquire it and it'll be a thing.
To Daryl's point, man, we did see some really cool stuff at CES as far as health and wellness wearables, which was dope. We got the gyms. Did you guys see that? The Samsung exoskeleton that like monitors your workout and like gives you professional workout help.
So me and Don had a conversation about this previously where we were talking about. So I said, okay, so this is good if you are a rich shut-in. It's perfect if you're a rich shut-in. But
so we got Batman.
Well, all right, that's beside the point.
Actually, you know what? I might reverse my entire count. Everything I said to you earlier.
You bastard!
If I get to be Batman,
if
you're telling me the gems is gonna make me Batman,
the whole argument and didn't even know there was one.
If the gems is gonna make me Batman, I will say, you know what? I love it. Yes, turn me into Batman.
Okay.
The gems is gonna come out, and if you pre-order it, it's gonna have Kevin Conroy's voice from the animated series.
Damn it! I'd be so angry about that.
Oh man, that'd be phenomenal.
So like I would say, like I like it in a sense of. It's good if you are a beginner and you need help working with your form. You don't really know what you're doing. If you need a trainer, all that shit. But I don't know, man. Just looking at it, I feel like that's gonna be like fuck you expensive. It's gonna be what was the name of that treadmill shit you were talking about before?
The Peloton?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's just gonna be a Peloton. That's all it is.
You know
just
what?
with glasses and fucking in a leg.
You got to thank rich people. Number one, like it's the Halo car effect, right? Let's put all the things we make at maximum value into something stupid expensive, and some rich dork is gonna buy it. And then all of his rich dork friends are going to buy it. It's going to be like, well, Jeff has one. I want one. I got Jeff money. You know what I mean? And then eventually it'll trickle down to us because rich people have kind of like facilitated people will buy this. How do we make it accessible? I'm down to buy most kind of wearable. I think we don't use tech enough in our like health and fitness bits of our life. It's moved into the direct medical care stuff. Like now you can check your blood oxygen and blood sugar, or like your Apple Watch and the Series 5 is an EKG now and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and like
providers got apps, transmit all
and
that
you
data
can
right
connect it
back
to your phone. Yeah. That's dope.
All that stuff. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, yeah, I definitely see like the medical application to it for sure. I see that definitely has like potential. So that's what I was saying. Like, I'm still kind of leaning towards like it's good if you're a rich shut-in. Like, but other than that, I mean, I just don't see the everyman buying it. You know what I mean?
It's definitely more ambitious than another tablet.
There we go.
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
I mean,
I'm buying D-Truth a tablet for his birthday.
it'll be more useful at large. Let's put it that way.
I definitely don't want the gems. If after I finish working out, it's gonna talk to my fridge and say, "Oh, hey, time to make this food," and then my oven's just suddenly gonna turn on and preheat to 425, ready for the potatoes to come in, and then I'm gonna get a knock on my door from the guy who bought the groceries. Like, "Hey, your fridge told me you were out of potatoes," and then I look at my fridge like, "You bastard! Don't tell people I'm out of shit."
That is badass. What? That is the dream. What do you
actually? Wait,
imagine never running out of toothpaste again. Imagine there always being toilet
Doesn't
paper.
Amazon have that like auto buy thing?
The buns, the Amazon buns.
But
Those
the
are
auto
cool.
buy is different than the fridge knows. Auto buy. What if I'm not out of toothpaste? Then I got to go back to Amazon and be like, hold off this month. Then I can just go to the store.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's easier for me than all right. Let me manage all these auto buy subscriptions. But if I'm
Actually-
just like, because what if LG moves into your bathroom drawer and you got like My girlfriend's got tampons. She'll never run out of tampons again. She puts the tampons in the tampon spot, and the thing is like, oh, we only got 4 tampons in here. That's like, I don't know, a day's worth of tampons.
It's got like a hotel like weight sensor under.
Yo,
like, puts
facts.
in, like a certain
Or
spot
like a
and
little
orders it
scanner,
again.
dude.
So
Holy shit, that'd
okay,
be
so
awesome.
by that concept, then we're gonna get one of these period apps that sync with LG and the tampon spots.
Yo.
So it knows specifically the day to order tampons to have it ready by the time the period happens.
Well, so if you're
Big
buying
minstrel.
tampons once, get menstrual.
LG menstrual.
Big minstrels running away with your data.
If you're buying tampons, the day your period starts, you're wrong. My girlfriend buys like the Sam's joints of like 1 million tampons.
Oh my
She gets
God.
tampons like every 4 months.
Get that shit in bulk. I don't want to have to come back here and make eye contact, people. I'm doing this once.
It's not even that. It's just like, it's not like tampons go bad. So why would you not buy 1,000 of them?
Facts. Yeah, honestly, like, you know what's
It's like
funny?
TP.
Actually, Don, could you imagine if like your fucking trainer, like your AI trainer, just turned on you and locked the fridge?
Oh, you thought you was eating
it's
after midnight.
because it sensed you walking towards the fridge. You're like, I could use a snack. You're like, I don't think so, fat ass. You need to get back over here and give me more cardio, bitch.
And that's exactly when
I
the
don't
little
think I
Bali
can do
comes
that.
in and starts
Push,
beeping like
maggot.
beep beep
Push.
beep, beep. And then it like goes from like a nice warm color to red, and it's like back away from the fridge.
It's got, it's got a taser.
it's got like a cattle prod that pops out the front.
Oh, dog, I'd be so upset. But that would be awesome. I'm gonna buy you a Bali, Rob.
What?
I mean, if it comes with a cattle prod.
Oh, that's fucked up. Also, that's the like. Okay, hang on. So we're gonna talk about that one now. That is the strangest companion ever.
So hey, look, we're not gonna get on the rabbit hole on this one. I'm gonna answer your question. Anime is made in Korea now. That is just the robot from Gundam. That's all Bali is.
No.
All Bali is.
Don't you fucking
all
dare
Bali
compare.
is the robot from Gundam Seed.
Once it has
And
been
I'm
seen,
not mad.
it cannot be unseen.
Oh my god, no! Don't do that to me. Oh, that's terrible.
All right,
right.
man. Yo, it's been a blast. Some of our hot takes from CES. We did see some cool stuff. Anybody got anything else they want to leave us out on? Any
No
last
more
minute
tablets.
stuff?
Please stop.
Just anti-tablet, just through
No
and through.
tablets. More real-time translators and more weird cars.
More wood cars.
More weird cars.
more
wood cars.
keyboards. More keyboards on phones.
More keyboards on phones.
Yeah, I feel like. Actually, I like the idea of the everyman PC for sure. Alienware, if they can get their shit together, that UFO might do okay. That loud ass fan. I don't know. About
When do you
all
think
that.
we're gonna get like prime functioning sex robots? Is that not what they do?
Will you see?
They're gonna put the neon in the sex robot after they learn how to be people, and it's gonna be a wrap.
Oh
No one
my
is having
God.
any more children.
Oh, you mean say, choke me too hard, too hard. You're killing me. You're killing me.
And it just bites back.
And shutting
my
down
God.
now.
It's like iRobot. Where Detroit become human. Your
You
robot
just
just
get
murders
pissed
the
off
shit out
at
of
your
you.
sex doll. You're like, don't you fucking starfish harm me, Eileen.
Eileen? Where's the off button on a sex robot? Have y'all seen Chobits?
Yes,
Has anyone else seen Chobits?
it's in the vagina if you're wondering, or where the vagina should be.
I was definitely gonna give you more build up than that. You know what? We're done here. We're done here.
Kicks on.
This has been
keeps kicking on and off, on and off.
Oh my God, dude. All right.
And
has
this
been fun.
has been Four Nerds, One Podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.